Okay, here's a frame we have. It's from an LJ, and that's what we're going to use to replace our rusty frame. And we're going to be adding 24 inches into it for a longer body. To keep the spacing between the frame rails, we welded on these brackets, and that'll keep it where it needs to be while we cut them. We decided to cut it right here. It's a straight area at the back of the frame to add our extension pieces in there. We are using 2x4 box steel, which is a little larger than the frame, but as you'll see, we're going to notch it and it's going to fit in there just nicely, and I think it'll add a lot of strength as opposed to doing it another way. This is a steel cutting circular chop saw that I bought at the SEMA show this year, so this is our first attempt at using it and see how it works. It actually cuts through this steel tubing pretty good. It's a little small, so we have to flip this tubing around a couple times, but overall it's working out pretty good. So after taking a lot of measurements, checking for level and square, we started welding in the extension pieces to the frame rails, and we just kept checking and measuring from different areas to make sure everything stayed nice and straight. You can see here how where we notched the frame, it fits in from the new section to the old frame section. Then a quick test fit under the body just to see how it all lined up and how it was going to look. It came out pretty good. It looks like my buddy Dave approves. So now to the next step. Alright, so here's Dave again. He's cleaning up the rear wire brush and getting all the rust off and get that ready to paint. And we got the frame section laid out, test fitted. It fits good, so we're going to get that all painted up so that's all nice and clean. Alright, so we got it all painted up, looking pretty good. Now we have to fit it into the front section of the frame. We're going to sleeve that and weld it all in. We drilled holes in the frame section, the old section and the new section, and we will slide a sleeve in there, and them holes we will be able to plug weld the sleeve into place, and then we will weld up all the way around it and still plate the outside. Here's a piece of box steel we're using for the sleeve. That should make everything really strong. Here's the TJ build coming along pretty good. That's frame looks like. Just got to get under there and do a little bit of welding this morning. Get that welded up. Our frame extensions there. Got the rear cleaned up somewhat. And it's coming along pretty good. Well, since the floorboards were already rotten, we figured we'd cut them out, and that's where we welded the front frame section together. We did sleeve it with an inside sleeve, and then we plated it on the outside to make sure it's really strong. Alright, well that's about it for the frame extension part of this project. Next we'll be getting into the body work and how we cut up the body and how we're making the bed section. Alright, so if you like these videos and want to keep following this Jeep TJ pickup build, subscribe to this channel, Burnt Scrotum Garage. Give us some likes and comments if you want to see or know anything more about what we were doing. Stay tuned for the next video. It should be up in a few days or so. Thanks.